Dawn swung on
Yeah, I
him.
know.
Yeah, you know.
I never understood why you and Dawn didn't have a relationship, being the only black girls in the group. You know what I mean?
Me either.
We might have another industry PR relationship brewing. According to Complex Music, Travis Scott is reportedly dating singer Tyla. Sources claim the two had an instant connection when they first met. And that bond has supposedly been growing stronger over the past year. Now, personally, I'm not fully buying it from what I've heard. Tyla actually has a real boyfriend named Gio. He's been spotted in some of her videos, and that seems to be the guy she's genuinely involved with. So while the headlines are pushing this Travis and Tyla narrative, I don't think they're actually together like that. I do think is happening is this. Both of their teams are leaning into the idea of them as a couple for publicity purposes. Travis just dropped a video featuring Tyla and Vybz Kartel for his song Pretty Brown Thing, also known as PBT. On top of that, Travis has been working closely with Tyla musically. He appeared on the remix of her song Water, helped out with her track Chanel. And if I'm not mistaken, those male vocals on Chanel sound a lot like Travis. So behind the scenes, he's definitely been involved in her career. I also think Travis might actually be interested in her romantically. He seems very into Tyla, but again, she already has a boyfriend. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyla plays along with the dating rumors because, let's be real, that's how a lot of these industry relationships start. Two celebrities get paired together for PR, spend time around each other, and eventually feelings develop for real. Honestly, I kind of feel like Travis has been pursuing Tyla quietly behind the scenes. He was the one who initially reached out to work with her, and by her own words, she said she couldn't say no. He's been popping up around her in public settings, collaborating with her, and staying visible. To me, it looks like he's positioning himself. And let's not forget Travis's track record. He's dated Rihanna, had a long relationship with Kylie Jenner, who he shares 2 children within. He's also been linked to Justine Skye. So if history tells us anything, Tyla could very well be his next target. She may have a boyfriend, but that's not usually a deal breaker for guys like Travis. Just look at the way he looks at her in some of these photos. And if you really listen to the lyrics on Pretty Brown Thing, it sounds like he's singing about her. Like he wants that girl, so who knows? These two could end up becoming a real couple. I honestly think it's just a matter of time. Because Travis doesn't strike me as the type to give up easily now. Move and I want to talk about singer Dawn Richard feeling betrayed after not being invited to reunite with Danity Kane. Danity Kane recently went on a reunion tour called the Untold Chapter Tour. But only 3 members participated: Aubrey O'Day, Andrea Fimbers, and Dee Woods. The other 2 members, Dawn and Shannon, were left out. Shannon later shared a supportive message for the group, which suggests she knew about the reunion and may have chosen not to participate.
Dawn swung on
Yeah, I
him.
know.
Yeah, you know.
I never understood why you and Dawn didn't have a relationship, being the only black girls in the group. You know what I mean?
Me either.
Dawn, however, says she was completely blindsided and didn't even know the reunion was happening. For those who may not know, Danity Kane was formed on Diddy's MTV show Making the Band. They had major hits like Showstopper and Damaged, and were well on their way to becoming the next big pop girl group after the Pussycat Dolls until everything fell apart. Diddy famously fired all the girls on camera. Except for Dawn. He kept her because he had already bought her out of a previous contract and placed her into his group. Dirty money. That move caused a lot of tension. Some of the members felt Dawn had secretly taken a deal with Diddy while they were left out in the cold.
I'm nowhere near to say that I'm perfect, but I am not the person that they are saying that I am. I wasn't involved. I was iced out of this one, and that's a choice. I wish it could be all 5 of us. I wish we could be honest and apologize for the ways in which we've treated each other. Mm-hmm. On all fronts, like not just making it a me thing and I'm a villain and I'm the one that always stood up. That's not the truth. I am saddened by the reality that it can be all 5. Will we get to a place? I don't know. Trauma looks like this. When you divide people, this is what it looks like. There's a root to this, right? We were in a really bad situation. People would say, oh, you chose dirty money over there. It's like, no, I was bought out of contract and I was told that I couldn't leave. And I was threatened. When people say, oh, Dawn hates the girl that hates D Wood, that's not true. It's not true. I think she's awesome. If someone goes and says, oh, you hurt someone, in no world would I ever hurt someone I love. I just would never do that. Even with me and Aubrey, when we had our altercation, I apologized to her. And then after that, she worked with me multiple times, right? So like, there is no level of like, if it's something that's negative that I've done, I've always come to the plate being like, yo, this on me. If it's not the truth though, I'm not doing that.
Which created serious bad blood. The group broke up, reunited, broke up again. There were fights, ego clashes, solo ambitions, and nonstop drama. I actually did a full documentary on this because it was truly a mess. Dawn and Aubrey, in particular, clashed a lot over the years. At one point, they even tried to keep Danity Kane alive as a duo, but that didn't last either. To this day, it seems like they're still not on good terms. Aubrey has openly distanced herself from Dawn, largely because of allegations involving another artist named Q from Day 26. Q claimed that while he was dating Dawn, Diddy used her to drug him. He said he was given what he thought was ecstasy, but it allegedly turned out to be a horse tranquilizer, which caused paranoia and extreme distress. Q also posted a disturbing video from Diddy's home showing Diddy jumping on his bed while he was sleeping, with Dawn in the corner laughing it off. The whole situation was unsettling and gave the impression that Dawn may have been complicitous at the very least, present in some really dark behavior at the same time. Dawn has also spoken about being traumatized by Diddy herself. She's accused him of threatening her life, subjecting her to inhumane working conditions, groping her, and being abusive. She also witnessed his volatile behavior toward Cassie. So it's clear that many people who worked with Diddy were deeply affected by him in one way or another. Still, Aubrey doesn't trust Dawn, especially after Q's allegations. And since Aubrey is spearheading this reunion tour, I don't think she felt comfortable inviting Dawn back into the group. It's also interesting that D Woods agreed to return, because for years she refused to reunite due to her own issues with Dawn. It's been rumored, and somewhat confirmed, that Dawn and D Woods didn't get along. And D Woods has hinted that Dawn even swung on her at one point. So it makes sense that D Woods may have felt more comfortable rejoining once Dawn was out of the picture. Now, to be fair, Dawn wasn't the only problematic member. All of the women had their moments, including Aubrey. There were plenty of unresolved rifts, and some wounds clearly never healed. Dawn recently addressed feeling blindsided by the reunion on the Coco I'm podcast, where she also responded to long-standing narratives about her role in the group's downfall. And honestly, I do think Dawn gets cast as the villain a lot. The truth is, you really can't have Danity Kane without Dawn. That's no shade to the other women. They're all incredibly talented. But Dawn brings a performance level that elevates the group. Let's be real. She's the Beyoncé of Danity Kane. I truly hope that one day all 5 members can come together. In a perfect world, I'd love to see Danity Kane, Day 26, and Cassie go on tour together and reclaim everything Diddy took from them. If they could work through their issues privately and make that happen, it would be powerful. Look at B2K. They had major drama, broke up, reunited, and still managed to tour. So if they can do it, Danity Kane can too. But that's just my take. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!